Paris. We're at the Kesher Jewish Center in Brooklyn, New York at 40 Hayward Street. And we're visiting with one of the preeminent scholars of the House of Israel, not only in America but in the world, in the presence of Rabbi Hailu Paris. And Rabbi, it's a blessing to be with you today.
Thank you.
It's a blessing to see you today. And I just want you to kind of, I know you were born in Ethiopia, and I know that the Paris family adopted you, and they left Ethiopia with you in 1936.
Yeah.
And made their way here to the United States.
Right.
And the Paris family were members of what community?
UNIA.
The UNIA.
Yeah, that's Marcus Garvey.
The Marcus
That's where the origin of the Hebrew, this branch of the Hebrew.
So that particular branch started
with the Marcus Garvey.
With the Marcus Garvey.
Rabbi
Ford.
Ford was the musician for the Garvey movement.
Yes. Did you know Rabbi Ford?
No, he died in the 30s.
He died in the 30s.
But what you can say he left the legacy. What he did do was, he knew he wasn't coming back. He told his wife, please stay. I'm going to stay and raise the sons here.
In Ethiopia.
In Ethiopia. And she did. She committed herself 50-odd years of teaching Ethiopian.
So she taught in Ethiopia. What was Rabbi Ford's wife's name? Do you remember?
Mignon. Ford.
Mignon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So
Mignon Ford has been recognized by the Ethiopian government. They in the university, they have a room honoring her dedication of 50 years of teaching Ethiopian when nobody else in the world came. She came and left a legacy, a real legacy. When she passed away, her sons came here many years earlier, and one son worked at Harvard University.
He was a professor?
Yeah, in communications.
Okay.
And the other son was also a professor in sociology.
Do you know the rabbi's sons' names?
Yeah, Abi Ford and Joseph Ford.
Joseph Ford and Abi Ford.
Yeah, we were born the same day. The same year.
The same year.
Yeah. So
and they're both still here in America today?
One passed away.
One passed away.
And the other one retired from Howard.
Yes.
And went back to Ethiopia
to live.
But he comes back and forth because he has to see the doctor, so he comes back and forth.
So is this one of the sons visited with you? Or?
That's the one.
Abi.
Yeah.
So Abi came to visit.
You heard about that visit?
I heard about that visit. Somebody sent me a picture of that visit.
Who did that?
His cousin.
Oh, you told me yeah.
His name is Ford too.
Yeah, you're right.
Richard.
Richard, yeah.
Okay. He sent me that picture.
Yeah. Okay.
So I have that picture of you, but I didn't know. He said this is Rabbi Ford's son, but he did not give me the name. So it's
that's Abi Ford.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was retired from Howard University.
Right.
Oh,
and he retired like everybody, we all get old. The mother got too old to stay in Ethiopia, so he came back here to stay with her son in Washington, D.C., because he has a home in Washington, outside Maryland. So she came, and I was down in Washington a couple of times and talked to her on the phone. I never got to the house, but I never stayed long enough. I used to go down when Berger used to have the sessions with the congressional order, the Congressional Committee for Ethiopian Jews, where you had all the big congressmen, Jewish congressmen on there. I used to go down and meet with them.
Okay.
Then I talked to her, and she was getting increasingly old. She was getting old after a while, getting to the point where she couldn't go back like she used to.
Right.
So she stayed, and she passed away. And the Ethiopian community, which is the largest in America, is in Washington, D.C.
Yes.
I don't know if you know that.
Yes.
The largest Ethiopian community is in Washington.
Yes.
They gave her a whole thing. Because most of them, I would say maybe 70% of those Ethiopians in Washington went through her school. If it wasn't for her school, they would never make it.
Oh my goodness.
So no, she did a tremendous job.
Tremendous job. So now, two questions.
The other thing he did was to suggest to my mother, take this to Ethiopia with you when you go back. I know. It was so funny. He just said, I'm not going back, but you take him.
Right.
And so it sort of worked out. Hashem works at everything in his own way.
So did Rabbi Ford pass before the Italian invasion of Ethiopia?
No, during the same time.
During the same time?
Yeah.
And I think that was like in 1936 or
Yes,
somewhere like
that's
that?
right. That's right.
Okay.
Because I was born in 33.
Okay. So, Rabbi...
And then we left in 36 to come here.
Come here.
Yeah.
So you were 3 years old when you
immigrated
to the United States.
2 years and 9 months.
Okay.
To be exact.
Okay. Now, did Rabbi Ford's sons, did they maintain this Hebrew way of life?
Well, that's debatable. The maintenance of it, or you could say, he honored the honoring that people gave his father for the years he spent in Harlem, projecting Ethiopian Hebrews and everything like
Yes.
that. But functionally operating as Jewish, they never got into it. And Ethiopia won't get into it either. It was only the better Israel,
Yes.
the Jews in that sense of the word.
Yes.
So he knew them because they were there.
Right.
But he never operated in the Jewish way.
Okay.
In that sense.
Okay. Okay. So do they have sons, children?
He has one daughter that's in Washington.
Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. So, where else could we really go to get more information written about Rabbi Ford?
There may be other people that have that, I don't know, but you could check the Schomburg. If there's anything substantially written, it would get to the Schomburg one way or the other.
Okay.
But what the Schomburg did do was for the Afro-Americans on this end to honor Mignon Ford. They honored it at Schomburg.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's a record there of what she did. And her husband is probably part of that.
Okay.
And you could search that way. And then somebody may have done something. But I don't remember anyone really, because the Jews never took it on, as usual, they don't take things on too much when it comes to Jewish identity. Because they have a question of, are you Jewish? You're not Jewish. How do you become a Jew?
Right.
Because if I don't make you a Jew,
then it's,
you got a problem.
Well, you must have, you were there for my Darash or Shabbat.
Yeah. Then what happened?
Yeah, well, that was my Darash. We have to stop letting people identify us and qualify us for being who we are as being Jews.
And making the world think that, well, if he doesn't recognize
then
what am I dealing with?
Yeah. Right. Oh my God. So that was my sermon.
That's beautiful. We're really on top.
Yes.
We're on top because that hasn't changed.
No,
I mean, Jews may be moving a little better than they did 50 years ago, but they still haven't.
No.
It's still
the same way. It's still the same way. I've been called, particularly by the Orthodox community, a fake Jew and
Chicago people.
No, in Israel.
Oh, in Israel.
Yeah, Orthodox. But then I had others. But then I had others that have reached out to us in the Orthodox community from Israel. They were with the group from their leader was from the Ukraine. Oh my God. Not Lubavitch.
Kazi? Lubavitch. Not Lubavitch. Satmar.
Not Satmar either. The head of the community today is Arush, Rabbi Arush, and one of his deputies' name is Lazer Brody. Lazer Brody is an extensive writer. So Rabbi Brody came to Chicago. He said his master told him to visit and to pay his respects to our community. And he said, anytime you ever come to Israel, when you come to Israel, know that you can come and stay with us, and we'd love to have you visit with us. So, but that's the only group. Other groups are, Now the modern Orthodox, my good friend, is just got named to take Avi Weiss's place at the yeshiva that Avi had.
In Riverdale.
Yes. His name is Asher Patton. So he's the new Rosh Yeshiva. And I'll be back here in October for his installation. His installation is coming up in October. and so we're going to try to make arrangements because I'd like you to be there. I want you to meet him, okay? When I come back for his installation service.
That's going to be after Rosh Hashanah.
Yes, yeah, Rosh Hashanah is like September the 5th.
Ooh, that early?
It's very early this year. And so all of the holidays, I mean, I think Hanukkah comes in like the last week in November this year.
Ooh.
And I think it like ends like December 1st or 2nd. Everything is early. Everything is very, very early.
Oh, and the Rabbi usually comes from that's where when he comes in, he's going to 2 o'clock. And they have 2 o'clock meeting.
Oh, okay. Mincha service, yes.
So, yeah, well, getting back, talking about Israel, one of the things, I don't know why, over all the years that Ben Ami was in Dimona, nobody ever mentioned that Dimona is really a Sephardic town. Did you know that?
No.
It's Moroccan?
No.
Yeah, no, but I very quiet on it. So,
No. But I didn't know. He's on a microphone, huh?
Sort of. Well, he has a very heavy voice.
Okay.
Well, I brought that in because you talked about the Orthodox community. Well, there is that difference between the Sephardim and Ashkenaz. Although some Sephards seem to be weak along the way, for whatever reason, because recently I heard that there was a settlement, housing settlement that was rejecting the Ethiopian Jews. Was a problem, but I never heard followed about that. So anyway, so it's good that this Ashkenazi community is positive. And Friday, New York Times talked about the Gonzaleses of Cuba that went around the Maccabee thing. So the Jews are starting to move different directions. You know, they have one of the top Reform synagogues hired a Korean Rabbi Cantor.
Yes, Bushwell. Yes, Bushwell.
Yeah.
She's here in New York, I think.
That's it.
Okay.
That's the one on 56th Street.
Oh, that's the big one.
Yeah, the big one.
Okay.
That's one.